Hi guys, today I want to talk to you and teach you how you can put your own comments in Teacher's Report Assistant. This was the program I briefly showed you the other day on how you can make very quick reports for your students. So we come to Teacher's Report Assistant, double click. Here we're taken to a completely new page. And I need to give this page a title. So I'm going to call this file save as. I'm going to call this. First, I have to choose where I'm going to save it. Here, I'm going to save it in my reports file, and I'm going to save this as Language Ladders. Did it save? Language Ladders save. There we are. It's now called Language Ladders. Okay. I always start with an introduction, so instead of comment 1, I want to put introduction here. Now I can do this by right clicking, hold the cursor over the comment, right click, and you can type here, introduction. Have I spelt that right? No. I'm sorry, I can't make this any bigger. D-U-C-T-I-O, there's introduction. So it's come up as introduction. The second one, I want to make this listening. That's listening. Now I can do introduction, listening, hover, right click, or if I come to tools and click program files, I can add the comments in here. Listening, maybe this is reading, this could be writing, this would be speaking, perhaps I want behaviour, what's their behaviour like in class, no, homework, behaviour, and finally targets. Click OK, and here are listening, reading, writing, speaking, homework, behaviour and targets. I've chosen listening first because I get my comments from this document here called the Language Ladders, which is a document assessing a student's English language ability according to listening, speaking, reading and writing. And this comes from the UK Department of Children, Schools and Families. So these are good comments and you can use them. I'm afraid if you teach maths or history, then you're going to have to find comments from elsewhere. If you need help with that, let me know and I'll try and help you find your comments. So I've got listening first because we've got listening here. And these are the comments for breakthrough. So if you go back here, remember I had listening, and now I want breakthrough. So this is the breakthrough level. And I want to copy these comments here. Highlight, copy, and paste. Right, at the moment these comments are of no use because if I click on them, if I make a report, put in the student's name, Sally is a girl. If I click on this, it just says 1, I can understand a few familiar spoken words and phrases. So I've got to edit this so it becomes Sally can understand a few spoken words and phrases. Let's go back. And I edit this by using this key here. Okay? So I want this to read, student name can understand a few familiar spoken words and phrases. So I need to, whoops, that's important. Each time I click on one of these, it's going to take me to the report bar at the bottom. When you want to edit one of these, you've got to click Edit Comments here. Now, if I click, nothing happens. So I go to here, I clean this up a bit, put the hashtag, because the hashtag is the pupil's name here. Hashtag can understand a few familiar spoken words and phrases. Space, delete, delete, delete. Hashtag can understand. Hashtag can understand passage made up of. So now if I make the report, let's delete it. If I do it now, Sally can understand a few spoken words and phrases. So that's my listing, grades 1, 2, 3 at breakthrough level. I'm going to edit the comments again, come down, and I want to copy this section here. On completing this stage, you should be able to understand the basic range of everyday expressions. So I'm going to copy this. Sorry, I'm going to copy all of this. Where's copy? Copy, and then I'm going to paste that here. On completing this stage, I like to leave space between the comments, it's just easier for me to read. And I'm going to put these into individual sentences. You should be able to understand a basic range of everyday expressions relating to personal details and needs. Right, let's put that one there. And let's have this as a single line. You may need to listen several times to get the information you need, depending on how fast and clearly the speaker talks. So let's edit this line. You should have some understanding of a few simple grammatical structures and sentence patterns. Edit this line. You should be familiar with the sound system of the language. And finally, you should be aware of how to address people both formally and appropriately, and informally as appropriate. Okay. Now, if the hashtag is the student's name, I don't need to repeat the student's name again here. That's not necessary. So what I need is he or she. Sally can understand a few familiar spoken words and phrases. She should be able to. So I want to change you to she, and that's this up arrow here. So if I come back here, delete this, where's my up arrow? Right, here we are, above the 6. Up arrow should be able to understand a basic range of everyday expressions relating to personal details and needs. So with this one as well, all I need to do is replace you with the up key. Same here. Same here. And finally, same here. Right, so I'm going to save that.